about it here. Alright, this is Dolphin of War versus Debit 07 in the... Yeah, I don't remember which group. I think it's Group D. Like in the middle of the bracket. I divided all the players into 6 groups of 3 players to play round robin best of 2 sets. 1 point per win, 3 points if you win both games. And then a tiebreaker if need be. So... that's the way the setup works. Okay, Dolphin of War, random Britons here against the bit with the Japanese. Interesting. Both civilizations with fully upgraded arbalists. Japanese, not too commonly seen on the arena, but they do have monks that could be used for a viable monk siege push. They have lots of monastery technologies supporting that. This is Cloud Arena, so you'll see that the players' bases are much closer than you're used to, and you never need to delete any back walls. You will need to scout your back area to find your food resources and everything, but generally speaking, it's a more aggressive arena map, if you can even say that for arena. It's because of the short distance, it's easier to do a castle push or siege or monks or whatever, and there's less playing field to fight about. It's simply less, you have to expand to be able to produce units enough to live through the long game. Let me toggle the fast forward a bit, because it is arena. I will be doing this a lot for the recorded games, because there's seldom very much exciting happening until the castle age on arena. You have stone walls covering your base, so the goal to play is usually fast castle. I see Dolphin of War didn't push any deer yet, probably will be returning to do so. Prioritizing a little bit of scouting, maybe wanting to snipe the enemy scout here, but now gonna go push some deer, probably. Taking the boars first, then the deer. Not taking the deer, that would be peculiar, even with Britons with the faster gathering food from sheep situation. Should push deer, and that's exactly what Dolphin of War is doing here. No player clicked up yet. Britons could of course use archers to contest the map control, but typical meta for arena is to go blacksmith stable, make some scouts, and try and contest the relics, because scouts or light cab really, but scouts line have a bonus attack against monks. So you usually see a lot of spears and scouts out on the field on arena to contest the map in the early castle age, I'd say. Dolphin of War is up here at 25 population with the Britons. Blacksmith market. Blacksmith market it is. The stone is hitting the edge of the wall here, so that's something that the wit could abuse in terms of denying any defensive castle, because looking at the map of Dolphin of War here, there's not really any other stone inside of the base, so it's going to be very awkward for Dolphin of War to get the castle up here. I guess that's why Dolphin of War is aiming for an earlier castle age here as well, to be able to mine stone before it gets denied, maybe. Or maybe just gonna play the faster castle age for map control here and prevent any forward aggression from going into their base here. Let's see. Rank Dolphin of War. And let's see if the wit as well. Yeah, so they're roughly around the same elos. They are 50 elo points apart, so that's nothing too peculiar. And as we know, arena is kind of a specialized map as well, so why are we patrolling over here? That's weird. So feudal age for the wit at 30 pop here, that's almost indicative of a fast imp here. Is this Japanese fast imp? It's blacksmith market, 30 population, 4 on gold, 10 farms. This is fast imp, isn't it? Fast imp monk trebs for the Japanese here, if I'm reading this correctly. Dolphin of War will see the stone collection, will note the feudal age uptime here, with quite low idle TC time here, as far as that applies. Yeah, this is gonna be the fast Imperial Age, isn't it? Fast Imp Mog Trebs, looking at the stone and gold investment here. Fascinating. It's perfectly viable, and Japanese, they even if they can get to the unique technology, they have instant unpacking trebs, packing and unpacking trebs. So that alone plays into the favor of playing trebs with the Japanese. Dolphin of War currently right into a triple town center boom here. And yeah, seems to have the food sources to support that, no problem. Though past imp mog trebs on this map, this stone is literally here for Dolphin of War. There's not going to be any castle for Dolphin of War to make their own trebs here. They're gonna have to hold off. They're gonna need to stop that. Those. I mean, I guess the castle won't necessarily go up forward, but if it does, if the wit drops the castle here, it denies a gold, it denies a stone, and it denies access to this zone as well. This is gonna be rough for Dolphin of War to hold up, and it's partly because of the map with the stone. At least there's back gold, yes, but you need. How do you contest the fast imp monk treb push here when you can't make a castle of your own for your trebs, or I don't know, yeah, I guess Britain's boom into Britain's arbs, they might say that they have 5+6 range after all. They should easily be able to snipe the monks at least with the range, but yeah, this is rough. There's the castle age. The wit will be dropping the castle maybe as the prerequisite building to go to the next stage, and then actually, well, not idle this year, making a few more villagers. Haven't been debated there. Is this not a fast in play after all? It's getting wheelbarrow and 2 more villagers. So getting some eco upgrades here. Castle on the stone. Huh. So only missing 300 food for the castle age. There's the market as well. You could sell some wood. There's lots of wood here. Without me understanding why that's the how wood applies here basically. But yeah, the castle will go up. That's a nice defensive measure. 4 town centers now for Dolphin of War. Will have an amazing boom here with the Britons. Their town centers cost 50% less wood, so you get a town center for 133, 150 wood, something like that. Still need to pay 100 stone, of course. I miss the Age of Kings days where town centers didn't cost stone. Then you could pump out 8 town centers with Britons, no problem. Or any SIB, really. But with Britons it was just ridiculous. More gold now. Yeah, we are going Imperial Age here. So that's a 33 villagers past Imperial for Dolphin of War. Going to reach the Imperial Age at roughly 22 minutes here. Castle is in place. A couple of monasteries go up. And the wit didn't take out... No, he didn't take out Blue Scout. But Dolphin of War, not really scouting here. Has seen the castle. May know what's up. And yeah, should see the 3 monasteries if passing close to the river as well. Scouts fight here. Will Blue see the monasteries? Monks are out. That's not a surprise anymore. Imperial Age just 50 something seconds away. Sanctity, important upgrade to give the monks plus 50% hit points. They will have 15 hit points then. Nobody's contesting the relics. I'm surprised not to see Dolphin of War contesting the map with the faster Castle Age timing here, but the boom is obviously way ahead. Dolphin of War just needs to defend and survive, but Dolphin of War hasn't been gathering any stone at all, which means that placing a defensive castle could be real rough here. Well, the Imperial Age is in. We'll see a trebuchet in the queue for sure. The Wit will be able to afford a second treb soon enough as well, making monks out of block printing. Theocracy, the monk upgrades just rolling in here. I believe Theocracy is the one that allows you to have only one monk regenerate after a conversion in the group of monks, while block printing gives the monks +3 range. You'll see that once it kicks in here, that yeah, it's just a few seconds away now. Should show 9+3. I might need to reselect. No, 9+3. Second, wait, Petard as well. Gonna break through the walls here. I'm sure the Wit has read the map here and is very happy to see the forward stone here, because without a defensive... Oh, that's a wasted scout, but doesn't matter. Without a defensive castle inside Dolphin of War's base, just allows the trebs and monks to even more easily push in here. One petard isn't enough to break through though, but maybe the idea is to have the treb hit the wall once and then have the... Excuse me. Have the petard boom away. Yeah, here comes the other one. That's gonna be one free spearman for the Wit 07, and oh, that's a long conversion. Blimey. So we have the ranges going up here, but Dolphin of War currently only at 1 military. That is that one spearman out here. Could easily be converted, of course. Seems like a steady flow of monks, 3 monasteries consistently producing here for the Wit. And if you get redemption, if it isn't in yet, you could start converting buildings as well. Actually, now it would make sense to convert a blacksmith, because then Dolphin of War can't get upgrades for the archers line units. Look at the line of sight of the treb. You get to reveal so much inside the namely base. 2 trebs, 6, 7, 8 monks here. Might just be enough to take out all of these ranges. Seize all 4 ranges now. Of course, crossbows should easily snipe monks, but you could also... Monks have much farther range even than the Britons' crossbows, so the monks here could convert any small trickles of crossbows from a distance if your monk micro is on point. They can trap dangerously close to enemy base here, but Dolphin of War doesn't have any means to snipe the trebuchets. No cavalry units, no... yeah, option. Would have to fight with builders. Let's see. See the monks converting the crossbows here. They're not really using that block printing range advantage here, but who cares? We're getting 6 crossbows just like that for the Wit. Could use more monks here, of course could... get redemption and convert buildings here as well. 1 TC goes down. Dolphin of War too greedy on the boom here, going to the Imperial Age, but there's not going to be any easy way out here for the Wit. Not having access to stone, not that it matters at this point with trebs out, but excuse me, a defensive castle would have bought the Wit time here for sure. I'm tempted to say that if Dolphin of War holds this off, I'm going to eat my shoes, but let's not get too hasty here. The game isn't over yet. The economy is way better for Dolphin of War, but the production buildings go down rapidly. There are crossbows converted to raid here. Another town center will be going down, with the Wits converted crossbows being able to snipe some of them. Here comes another wave of them. If you get enough crossbows, not to say even arbalists out here for Britons, there's a chance that you could snipe the monks and end this. But there's still the trebs limiting your production potential quite a bit here. That said, the bit will need to move further in. Arbalest is in now, and it's a solid chunk of Arbalests here, but let's see how many conversions they can actually get in here. 1, 2, 3... And of course the converted Arbs will start attacking as well. I'm not sure whose fight this is. The Monk RNG is actually not... it's either a micro, but I think it's mainly the RNG not really on point for... or on the Wit's side here. But they go down. Yeah, there we go. Converting Arbalests. Britain's Arbalest with their extra range, but the Monks, of course, much farther range. Again, 12 range, essentially the same range as... no, same range as a bombard cannon. So we're going to push further in. 4 trebuchets are out now. Means that even if you're producing out of your 5 ranges consistently here, it's as long as the monks get to regenerate their faith. And you have, well, we're not producing monks right now actually. David needs to produce more army here, I think. May not be able to... Wait. 7 orbs to 9 orbs. Actually, the bit is keeping up here, but Dolphin of War is doing the correct thing here. Is focusing down the monks first, then taking out the orbs. Production capability is going down again, and still there's the only response to fighting the trebuchets here are villagers, and there are converted crossbows and arbalests here to snipe villagers. I think it might be over. How many trebs now? 5 trebs, more monks in the queue again here. Dolphin of War has that builder lead still though, 88 builders, and builders, they do have bonus attacking and siege. I spoke too soon, this isn't over at all, the trebs go down and Dolphin of War doesn't have the... sorry, the Wit doesn't have the best eco ever to replenish these trebs. Dolphin of War now rebuilding town centers in the old spots, feeling competent here. Stopping the Wit's push and having, of course, the eco advantage, Imperial Age in, and will eventually be able to claim stone and the map control. Here, the Wit did collect a couple of relics, brought them home here, but now needs to go into serious boom mode here to catch up, and that's going to be rough. Even having done quite a bit of damage to the Britons here, Dolphin of War defended patiently for sure. That ARBS numbers is going to increase the gold income. The gold is quite low now, but now we're getting back into it here. This TC stayed alive. Yeah, that ARBS number is going to increase. Here we get ballistics. That would be have been handy earlier on, but not really a priority. We need numbers, obviously. Great defense of Dolphin of War, though. Currently housed after losing some TCs and pumping out lots of army units. Barracks now for the bit wants to get ranges up and go into skirmishers here, most likely. I'm not sure where this monk is going. Maybe he's going to collect some relics or something. So, Britain's arms at work here, 5+4 range, so we don't have Bracer yet. That's not really been affordable, going for numbers over upgrades. And funnily enough, the monks with their 12 range total will be able to convert arms outside of the walls here. Yeah, there comes the range. We're gonna see skirmishers here with the food and wood income to do so. Lots of gold in the bank as well. Conscription, that's going to boost the skirmishers production. I guess skirmishers in front and monks behind to maybe get some arms conversions in. Maybe this is going to twist around again, but Britons, when they get to this point, they can really just use the ARBs for defense, and Japanese, as far as I know, they don't have access to bombard cannon and also not siege onager if it applies. So might actually be hard for Japanese to clean up the Britain's arbalests at this point. Here's the castle for Dolphin of War. Has been committing to stone now to secure some more resources in the middle here. And yeah, getting that 4TC boom back up and going here. Still at twice the villager of the opponent here. So that is... yeah, it's definitely looking good for Dolphin of War here. Good defense and solid... solid comeback by the looks of it. Twice the military count now. Skirmishers numbers increasing, of course, 4 ranges. Ballistics come in, that's going to be useful, but upgrades quite necessary for the rest of the skirms as well. You most definitely need Bracer and full defense for the skirmishers for them to be useful at all. 2 relics for the wit, and I guess Dolphin of War will consider collecting. Maybe it doesn't even need the relics at this point. Having most of the map and the extra golds. And what did I... Yeah, I guess Dolphin of War converted this blacksmith. No, the wit converted this blacksmith at some point. As I suggested to delay the Britain's upgrades. Bracer still not in. That's one that Dolphin of War will need to get here. Maybe even consider the defense upgrades. But here comes Yeoman and Chemistry. And did click Warwolf there, but I think that was a mistake. Wanted to go for Yeoman first and then maybe Warwolf later to snipe Skirmisher Masses and Monks potentially. The Britain's Imperial Age unique tech Warwolf allows trebuchets to deal blast damage. So if you hit a group of units, the trebuchet cannonball, so to speak, will damage more units at a time. Lots of blue on the map here now, and the wit will be losing the one and only defensive castle here. Was probably the monastery and relics as well. The mad skirmishers are coming this way, so Dolphin of War needs some response to that as well. But currently they're not lacking upgrades. They're getting Bracer right now. But it's going to take them forever to take out this trebuchet though. I guess at this point you could use your masses of orbs. Dolphin of War doesn't even care about about losing arbs at this point to skirmishers, almost one-shooting them in fact, but certainly losing numbers here, but replenishing out of 6 ranges, and the Britain's ranges, they work 20% faster as well, so you're going to, as long as you're at relatively the same numbers of ranges, the Britons are going to come out on top. However, the elite skirmisher is of course the counter unit to arbalists or archer line units play. See the stables going up now? That is for the light cab for the Britons here, getting the defense upgrade. That is a response to the skirmishers investment. But I think once this cattle is down per the wit, it's basically game over here. Because you just won't be able to contest the masses. Dolphin of War is at population cap here and dropping another castle in the middle of the map, while the wit is at 107 population and struggling to keep even the castle alive here. We'll have to buy stone to keep repairing. And now with 2 trebuchets pushing, the villagers just won't be able to keep this up because they don't have stone to repair. 10 HP. Yeah, doesn't even buy stone. Why would you? Why would he? This is approaching the end, I believe. Amazing defense from Dolphin of War, I have to say. Scouting or predicting the fast imp monk traps from the Japanese here, possibly. And just holding it off with new production buildings in the back after the base had been breached, and got a decent chunk of crossbows up to snipe some monks, even though losing some to conversions, and was able to hold off even after losing 2 town centers. And it all comes down to the better boom overall. The bit just can't catch up here, is struggling to keep up with the population, is pop capped after losing the castle, or his house rather, and now Dolphin of War will break through with the obelisks and end this then and there. Yeah, again, just not really caring about losing Arbalists here at this point. Just look at the eco in the bank for Dolphin of War. We're gonna get out of my game castle somewhere in the frontier, probably, if it doesn't end at this point. Not sure why the bit is insisting upon the skirm defense here. GD well played. First game to Dolphin of War, making 137 Arbalists in the end, so fantastic defense. If you just go back a bit and look at, yeah, here for example, this should be, yeah, a little bit later. It's looking kind of rough here for Dolphin of War, right? Losing the ranges forward to the trebs, more trebs coming in, but yeah, did get out on top in the end after all. So let's see the stats here, and then we'll find game number 2. Yeah, twice the resource collected here. It's just about surviving the pressure of a 1,000 push like that, and if you can do that, then you're in a great spot to get back and win the game. It's just about patience and defensive capabilities. Nice fast imp though, it's below 22 minutes with the Japanese there, so that's solid.